Alright guys, let's get started. So our previous session was the brute forcing attack, and hope so that you understand about what is actually the brute forcing. And now let's move on to the next attack. Is a based on the network. Views the network and which is sniff the credential of the FTP. Alright. So in this video, I'm not cover the basic things. You already know about what is a ARP, all right, and how to the abuse. But I'm just little bit brief you about to the ARP called the communication protocol. So ARP is a address resolution protocol, which is work on the network, the data link layer. So we have spoof the MAC address and then if sniff the credentials. So now let's jump to that and let me just show you what is actually the scenarios today. The scenario is very simple because there is a three machines and one machine my attacker machine, all right, second machine my FTP server which is running on the new version of FTP 3.0.5, all right, and third one is my server administrator. So attacker and server administrator, all the three machine on run same network. So now let's start very first that make sure are the network either the same network or not. And I'm just check my first the attacker machine. All right, that's good in the bridge adapter, and my victim the FTP server the same network, and my system administrator right on the same network, right. So I just request you, if you are the beginners or if you are not the familiar with the networking or OSI model, so I request you first you cover your your basics of the network and basics of the OSI models and also that ARP poisoning. Let's start my machine. So first I'm start my server. This is the server, FTP server lab. And so next one, I just start my the attacker machine, system administrator, which is this is my server. And let me show you what is actually the IP address of the server. Server IP address is 192.168.18.46. All right, 46. And now let's system administrator. And I'm just type to ifconfig. So the system administrator IP address is 192.168.18.47. All right. And now this is the server IP address 192.168.18.46 and victim IP address is this. All right. Let's check my Kali machine IP address. What is that my Kali machine IP address? So ifconfig, and this is the IP address of my victim, the attacker machine. So the attacker and this is the server, and this is the victim, which is the system administrator. So this one guy connect with the FTP, uploading and download file from the FTP server, right? An attacker on here, which is perform the spoofing and then sniff the credential of the victim or the system administrator on here. All right. So the victim IP address or the system administrator IP address 192.168.18.47, and the server IP address is 192.168.46, 47 and 46. So there is a various tool is available for the spoofing and sniffing. The one of the good tool also is there, the Dsniff, and I'm show you okay, how to the perform ARP spoofing. So now first let's download the Dsniff. So how to the install? So you first access the super user, apt install, and what Dsniff, the package name. So the before the Dsniff is used, confirm or make sure are the IP address or IP forwarding is enabled or not. Cat command, and then this is the path, right? Prox is the NAT. Right now we work on the IP version 4, right? IPv4, and then IP underscore forward. And I'm enter and see 0. And we already know, so 0 and 1. So 0 means they're false, and if you are unable, so 1. So it's simple. You just type with the echo and 1. You just process and the NAT and what? IPv4, IPv4, and then IP underscore forward. Just simple. Now confirm, and right, so you are unable your IP forward. So next, after this, let's perform the attack of the ARP. So what is a victim or the server administrator IP address? So 192.168 and 47. And the server IP address is what? The server IP address is 192.168 and 46. 47 victim and 46 is the server. You just make your cross communication. Before the attack, we first make sure your IP forwarding is enabled or not. First, you confirm your adapter, okay, which adapter you use right now. So I'm use in this area as at. Now you just type to the ARP spoof, ARP spoof. Oops, my bad. ARP spoof, spoof. All right, and then you just type to the help command, right? Because you check how many options is there, or if you want check the main command ARP spoof like that, you can get about to the ARP which option is for use. Now I'm just Q and then wait, and then I'm just type to the ARP spoof, right? And help interface, which is which interface you work, and see for your own or target for the which target you choose for the sniffing. All right. So now I just want to the cross communication, because same time you say to the victim or the system administrator, I'm a server, and same time you say to the server, hey server, I am a system administrator. Continuously ARP requests to the system administrator. At the same time you send the packet to the server, which is you know that's cross communication, right? So how? We just type to the ARP spoof hyphen I for what the interface, and what the interface is at 0, hyphen T for the target machine. And what is a target machine? First is a depend on you, okay, first target machine you which you choose, right? So my target machine is 192.168.80.47. So I'm used for this one. So victim or the system administrator 192.168.18.47, right? And then after, what you say to the 47? I'm a 47, say, hey 47, I am our server, right? So you just give that IP address 192.168.18 dot and what 46. Let me the reconfirm. All right, 46. All right. When I'm enter and see that is start the communication, ARP reply to the 46. Hey 46, I am a what? I am a server, right? You open the next tab, and then after you access the super user, let me, I'm just a little bit zoom. All right, again you just type to the ARP spoof, right? 1 hyphen I at 0 and what? And this time I'm change the target. Use the target is a what? The system administrator, right? And the server. So now the target IP address is 192.168.18 dot and what? 46, and 192.168.18 dot 47. And see, that's the start the ARP. So it's work, right? So the both machine is a cross communication. So let's say sniffing the packet by the Wireshark super user. And now you just type to the Wireshark, right? And let's start the Wireshark. Okay. And see, is a continuously ARP, the packet on the both machine. Now let me show you ICMP, right? This is a what, system administrator. If the system administrator ping on the server 192.168.168.18 dot what and 46, all right, let me and see, here we go, the capture now the packet, and is basically then so is capturing on the Dakar area. And now I'm just filter on here the FTP because right now I work on the FTP, so I'm just control C, and this is my attacker machine. This is the system administrator. The system administrator is connect with the FTP 192.168.18 dot what and 46, which is the server IP, and see, system administrator send a request to the server. Hey server, I'm connect with the FTP. So and see that's a request is captured. So if I'm check the and there's the information, and all this information response is vs FTP, and which the version is 3.0.5. The user FTP, which is a server lab, and see again that's next packet when I'm open and see the user is FTP lab. Now the next what is the password, and again that next one is packet is a receive, and this is the password, the logging successfully, and this is the password, and the password is a password. So this is the what the Wireshark, you can easily sniff the packet by the Wireshark. But for example your Wireshark does not work, all right, so which tool is sniff packets? So there is a the tool, and the tool name is a Dsniff. The Dsniff is what, uh, the package, you can just type to the Dsniff and -I for interface, and then for interface is what, the @0 start. And this is my system administrator. Let me show you again. Just quit. All right, so again let me just connect with this FTP server. Again the server, oh sorry, FTP server lab, and the password is password. My work is done, and see, right, so system administrator work is done, and now the C is automatically I capture the username and password. So hope so that you understand, and if the like this video, please hit the like, and please support the education and subscribe. Thank you.